Hey, what up, It's Arona, aka Cinematic Cisse, and today I'm talking about when people dish you. No matter how good you are, no matter how decent of a person you are, no matter what good you do or how much good you do to somebody or what all the good you've done in your life, you will get dissed by people. Like Green Goblin told Spider-Man in the Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, in spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Even Jesus said, they hated me before they hated you. Don't be surprised. People will hate you for no reason. They will diss you. They're basically, you just got used and abused. And like I said, no matter what you do, these people, they ain't gonna give a damn about you. They ain't gonna care, because you know why? They're for self. People will become lovers of themselves, and we see that today. You could even see it in these movies. People do all these sacrifices and they hate you. Look at Superman and some of these people. They did all this stuff and these people don't like them. Like I said in the Spider-Man movie, when that movie came out, that was phenomenal. They had a lot of real sayings in that movie. This cameraman was going around interviewing people about Spider-Man. A lot of people loved him, and this one guy said, he stinks and I don't like him. And he was saving people's lives. He was doing all this good, but people just don't like him. People found fault in him, and people are going to find fault in you no matter what. Either your own family, your friends, neighbors, co-workers, a stranger, somebody. But you can't let that get to you. Imagine if Jesus would have said, oh, I'm not going to die because nobody's going to care. A lot of people don't care if he died. Imagine if Batman just hung up the cape and cowl because nobody likes him and the city kept getting out of control and people had opinions about him. You can't let somebody's opinions get to you. They're just words. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. They're just words. And yes, I know they can hurt worse than a punch, a kick, or any physical wound. But let that seep in. Somebody's words, think of it this way. One day, those people's approval you're going to get, they're going to be dead. And what's good is their approval when they're dead. And if you live to be 80, 90 years old, you're going to spend your whole life sitting there thinking about what somebody said, somebody who didn't like you. I used to be that way for a long time. For 15 years of my life, my youth, I sat there and wished I had a certain person's approval. Or not a certain person, but just certain people. And you know what? I never got it. Never. No matter what I did. You know what I was? A people pleaser. People pleasing leads into idolatry. Because you care what this person thinks of you so much, their words become God. They become God to you. I practiced idolatry for 15 years of my life. It started with envy and covetousness. And then it got deeper and deeper and deeper. Folks who dissed me, I wanted their approval. I went out my way for them just to please them. That was my motive, and it was not a pure motive. My motives weren't pure. Yes, I did a good thing unto them, but the motive behind it was wrong because I was doing it to please them. And they still diss me. Folks are still going to diss you. I'm not talking about no diss track from no music. That's all fun and games until some immature person allows it to be something it's not. But I'm talking about some real life stuff. People dissing you after you did stuff unto them. I know what that's like. I still feel it today. I still get dissed by people. I can call these folks up right now. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. Or, oh, I'm busy. Something. And I know that happens in your life too. You kind of let that get to you. Think about the folks you did good unto who cherish you. There are people out there who do like you. Out of all these billions of people, everybody's not going to feel that way. I used to feel that way. I used to say, out of all these billions of people, that's how everybody is. You'll end up marginalizing people because of a few people. Out of all these billions of people in this world, don't do that to yourself. You're cheating yourself out of that. If those people don't want a relationship with you, they miss their own blessing. And once their blessing is gone, it's gone. There are certain blessings in life that come and go. Like God will say to some people, depart from me, I never knew you. Because people get many chances to accept Christ. They don't. They go to hell for rejecting Jesus. That's what keeps you out of heaven, is rejecting Jesus. as that's the unforgivable sin after you die. But you are a blessing to people, and once they diss you and what you can offer them, and they don't want you no more, their life's going to go down. They're going to say, you know what, dang, I wish I had that person's time. Dang, I wish I would have answered that phone call. Dang, I wish I would have responded to that DM. That was their chance. You were their chance to get into films, music, a job, friendships, relationships, whatever it is. But they messed it up. Even though they might be doing better than you right now, you might not see the results, but years later, they're going to wish they had your time. Even that preacher, Joel Osteen, I don't watch Joel Osteen, but there's one thing he did say I agree with. He said, if people want to be in your life, they would be. And it's true. You can't force folks to be in your life. You can't force folks to want to be with you. I used to do that. And it won't work. It does not work. I did that for over 10 years. You can't argue with that type of experience. And like I said, results is something you can't argue with. I got 0 results trying to have people be in my life and trying to invite myself into their world, and it just don't work. So don't cheat yourself and stress yourself out and miss out on life trying to invite these people who don't want nothing to do with you. Like I said, they don't give a damn about you, and that's the truth. You need to come to the place of acceptance. It's not going to happen. They're not going to invite you into their life. They don't want to be your friend. They don't want to be with you. If God wanted you to be with that person, you would have been with that person, even your family. There's folks in my family who diss me. They want nothing to do with me. To them, I'm just this, and that. Even though I still love them. I still love them with all the depths of my soul. Even these folks who diss me, I love them, but it's just best that we keep our distance. And trust me, when God removes someone from your life, it's for the better. I know it hurts. You might have had everything in common with that person. You might have thought they were the one for you because y'all were just alike. I've met many folks like that. I met many women who I thought they were the one for me. But you know what? God knows what he's doing. Even friends, fake friends, giving them money, even family members. Same thing, giving them money, time, love, attention. Don't want nothing to do with me after they got what they wanted. That's why you have to discern who's real and who's not. That's why right now you're in the situation, you're in all alone. That's a great place to be. So when you blow up, you ain't got to give nobody no money. I don't mean out of the kindness of your heart. All those folks who dissed you, you ain't got to do nothing for them. Don't be an enabler to those people. They don't want nothing to do with you. Oh, now you got a little bit of change. They want something to do with you. And guess what? Life don't work that way. You can't diss somebody who did good to you and think, oh, they're doing good now. I want something to do with them. Unless God wants you to restore that relationship, if he wanted it to be restored, it will be. But you have to leave that up to him. But ultimately, don't sit there and kiss people's butt who don't want nothing to do with you. When you blow up, don't call those people. Let them see you on TV. Let them see you on a big screen. Let them hear your song. Let you interview them. One day, they're going to wish they had your time. Like I said, they're going to have to make an appointment to come see you. And you're not doing it to be a snob. Those folks played with your life. They played with your emotions. They played with your money. They played with your time. Well, they wasted your time. Now, one day, the script has flipped. The first are last, and the last are first. You're up top. They're on the bottom. Now they got to make that phone call or send that email for your time. They got to take time out of their busy schedule to come see you. All that could have been squashed if they would have given you their time. But you know what? God doesn't want you wasting your time on little petty people. If you think about it, if you're always doing something for somebody and they don't want nothing to do with you, that person can't help you. When you have a downfall in life, that person can't help you. What are they going to do for you when you have a downfall, when you need prayer, when you need support? When I mean everyone's downfall is different. It ain't got to be financial. But when you just have a mental breakdown or something, is that person going to be there for you? Hell no, they ain't going to be there for you. They're going to probably say, you know what, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm doing something. Every time you go through something, they're busy when you really need them. Sometimes it ain't always about money. It's just a phone call, a prayer, someone to talk to, someone to listen. They can't even do that much. It takes 1 to 2 minutes to send a little text message sometimes. What's wrong with giving someone 2 minutes out your busy day just to ask how they're doing? Yes, people are that damn selfish. They can't do nothing for you. I'm not ranting. I'm just giving you some real game. I'm telling y'all the truth. Why people diss you. Like I said, look at superheroes. They get dissed all the time. They save somebody's life. Oh, and it ain't good enough. Oh, because this happened, that happened. He wasn't over here. People are going to find fault in you always. No matter what you do. Like I said, I've done a lot of things for people. I'm not bragging. I'm just giving an example. And they still found fault in me. I'm not a fault finder. I see people's faults. I'll try to help you overcome that with love. These folks didn't have no love for me. Oh, it was always, oh, F Harona. He wasn't this. He's a useless piece of you know what. All this stuff. After I helped him. And yeah, I won't lie. It hurt. And it still hurts to this day. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, the pain's gone. That's something I got to overcome. You could overcome it too. Don't sit there and wake up in the morning, get negative because of folks who dissed you. Leave them folks alone. That's what you got to do. If you got to see them every day, you ain't got to speak to them. Even if it's a hi, say hi and keep going and mind your business. You got to sit there and converse with somebody who don't like you. That makes no sense. You know what that is? A sucker. I was the biggest sucker for years. Just people pleasing. People pleasing leads into idolatry. And God does not like that. That's a big sin. Folks in the Bible died for idolatry. That angers God. That angered God. But thank God for Jesus. Because if it wasn't for Jesus, we'd be dead. I would be dead from idolatry. That's, like I said, it's a huge sin. I don't mean to repeat myself, but God takes that seriously. I ended up in some bad situations trying to please people. Don't waste your life trying to please folks who dissed you. It ain't even worth it, y'all. Love yourself. We banging.